To all the Apple doom and gloomers out there, let's put something in perspective. Yes, Apple reported earnings that missed forecasts, and the guidance is not as strong as analysts were hoping for. The stock is lower in early morning trading Wednesday as a result. But anyone out there saying that Apple had a bad quarter really needs to have their head checked. This is a company that still reported revenue and earnings growth of more than 20% from a year ago. The guidance is still pretty strong, even though it's not as high as what some of the Wall Street analysts were hoping for. The bottom line with Apple is that this is a company that is continuing to grow at a very robust pace. It's generating an almost absurd amount of cash. It now has $117 billion in cash and securities on its balance sheet. It's finally putting some of that cash to work. It's going to start paying a dividend to shareholders in August, and that is a dividend that will yield nearly 2%, which is higher than what you can get from a 10-year treasury right now. So that's obviously good news for any investor that owns Apple and wants some income as well. Apple is in a bit of a transition period right now. It's in a bit of limbo for the simple fact that there isn't a hot new iPhone out on the market yet. If you already have an iPhone 4 or an iPhone 4S, you're going to wait for the iPhone 5 or whatever they're going to call it, which comes out sometime in the fall. Anyone that thinks that Apple is going to disappoint investors once another hot new device comes out probably is a little bit deluded. Apple has shown a history over the past few years, even with Tim Cook taking over for the late Steve Jobs, that it is continuing to innovate, continuing to come out with products that people really want. But the problem is, you can't come out with a hot new product every quarter. So when you don't have one of those, your results may suffer, and I use the term suffer very mildly. If you want to look at a company that's really suffering, look at Netflix, which is also set to plunge in early trading on Wednesday. They say that they might report a loss in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. That's true pain. When you're losing money, that's when you have to start talking about a bad quarter. Apple is still a great company, a great stock, probably a good opportunity to buy on the pullback because, like I said, it's still a very, very strong company with a lot of cash.